What is up? And welcome to another day in the life of working on junk Volkswagens and everything else. Just got a few things to show, update, and then we're going to go on a little field trip today. Went ahead and I'm going to grab my easy chair so I can roll under here. Went ahead and fabricated and mocked up the brackets for the radiator, cooling fan sitting on top, then the outlets come straight back. I'm just going to hole saw through here, just run hard lines right up for everything to tie in radiator wise. Fan is a stock Volkswagen GTI fan. It's a pusher, so it's going to be blowing down through. I'm not entirely sure that's going to be efficient or going to work or anything else, but that's why we're doing this. It's going to be the first try. There's also, if need be, the original defrost tube, which is full of mouse turds. Really nice. But it runs up to the front here, and it's a nice little like 3-inch tube that if I need to, I can chop this front off and maybe put a duct on there to feed some cold air back into the radiator. But time's going to tell on that one. So, got that knocked out and set up and ready to get the plumbing knocked up, or mocked up, let's not do that. Get the plumbing mocked up and then taking a look at what's going to happen down here. That's going to be part of our field trip today that we go on. So, just brainstorming a little bit on what to do. One, to beef it up and to make it a little taller and more reliable and all that other good stuff. So that's what actually happened here. I've also been working on getting the wiring harness sorted out. Just ordered connectors. Gonna put everything on connectors. So one, it's a little more professional-ish, and two, so that it could all be unplugged and taken out and revamped and moved as this evolves, that maybe something needs to be done different. So that's done. Got the wheels and tires broken down. They're going off to the sandblaster tomorrow to get blasted, with the exception of that one, because once they're seated, they're a bear to get off. So he's just going to blast around it. It'll be fine. He's soda blasting, not sand blasting, so it's not a big deal. And since the wheels and tires are off and I have it up in the air, I thought I'd start to look at the front beam and think about options. Everything in this beam is toast. I mean, there is play in every possible area in the front of this bus. Spindles would need to go to wide 5 and get rebuilt. He's backlogged, so I mean, there's the money invested and the time invested in that. Center pin needs done. Of course, it's going to need all new brakes, all new bearings, all new everything there. Tie rods are cooked, drag links cooked. So basically everything needs replaced in this beam. The only thing this beam has going for it is it's not rusted out. And then on top of that, I would do a disc brake conversion, so that's going to tack another, what, $600-700 onto this thing. So, plus the lift needs to come into play. And for lifting, after talking to Aaron at Wide 5, he kind of directed me that what he would do is drop the beam, because there aren't lift spindles really available for a split bus. He had a set that he had made, but I'm not comfortable enough to weld up a set, I don't think. And the other problem is, which isn't really a problem, but the shift rod runs through the beam along with e-brake cables and all that stuff. So if you relocate the beam, I would have to cut the shift rod and rework it in here so that the bend would clear over the top. Not a huge deal, but just something else to consider in the whole process. Don't want to let the cat out of the bag yet, because I'm not sure I'm going to do it, but might change this up for a different suspension setup. There's some options out there. I'm wanting to sleep on a few of them before I commit to anything, but need to make some pros and cons list and decide budget wise what we want to do, I don't want to dump over $1,000 into this thing and still have what's essentially a 70, almost 80-year-old design underneath the front of here when I'm tooling down the freeway with big tires at 70 miles an hour, and I don't know. So might change that up a little bit, might not, undecided, but thought I would talk about it, maybe get my juices flowing a little bit and make my decision happen one way or another. So that's what's happening so far. All right, heading out on a field trip. Have the trailer in tow. Gotta go pick up the bus that's going to donate all of its rear end, transmission, control arms, possibly trailing arms, to the expo bus, 71 bay window bus I bought earlier this spring for no apparent reason, but it popped up on Facebook Marketplace, so I snagged it, and now I'm glad I did, because a lot of parts there that I'm going to be able to transplant into the green bus. So run over and scoop that thing up. If it's not pouring down rain, I'll get a little video of winching it up on the trailer. Alright, bus is back there. Successfully loaded. And let's see if we can get home without this thing falling off the road. That'd be pretty awesome. So we got this junk box home in one piece. And really all that I care about having off of it is the transmission. It does have a 3-rib. And all of the rear suspension stuff will be coming off and going on the green bus. And then the rest of it's going to get chopped up. I am going to save, the other reason I bought this was it has an actually really good front beam that I plan to put under my yellow bus when we eventually restore it. And it came with all kinds of cool junk inside. So, got a hood, a couple sets of bay window windows, probably sell those, bunch of Type 4 stuff, all kinds of crap that I can pull out and sell. So I'm sure I'll be able to recoup my original investment just selling odds and ends out of it and get my transmission and stuff for free. So there it is, and that's all I got for you guys today. So thanks for watching. Do all the normal stuff, and I'll try to throw another video together for tomorrow.